Hello there, this is CANWAN Kenan from Kenan Plays, and today we're going to play part 10 of Sickness. Alright, let's load the game. Let's go here. Alright, 13 days later, Tuesday morning, September 20th. Almost 2 weeks has passed since my first day in life of Marcus, and with every day I found myself growing more confident and resourceful in killing and murdering and beating people up. We started out doing collection, as we're done on our first day of work, and worked our way up to doing deliveries as well. Apparently, some gamblers actually win, even if their luck doesn't last. Since we usually finish around midday, I spend the rest of my afternoon sparring and training with Andy. Slowly and surely, I'm improving. My injuries have lessened with every match, and my rate of recovery is at all-time high. My tailbone no longer feels like it's broken. I'm able to dodge most of my opponent's blows. I'm barely suffering a single bruise. Alright, seems like his life is much better or worse now, depending if he likes his life. Maybe, just maybe, I have what it takes to be a fighter after all. Despite my improvement, it seems I may not need to enter the ring after all. Although there's always a need for more combatants, reliable collectors are apparently far more valuable. As long as I keep doing what I've been doing, Marcus believes our current work will last for many months to come. I'll be able to make a comfortable living doing despicable, legally questionable work. Marcus won't need another Lextrous cover job, and Karatsu will have 2 trustworthy collectors. With our current predicament being what it is, everybody wins. Everybody, that is, except for my little sister Sarah. While I've been growing stronger and more capable every day, Sarah has been doing the opposite. Oh no, she was as happy as ever over the weekend, then became depressed and on edge the second that Monday rolled over. Another week rolled by and the same pattern repeated itself. Lately, Sarah has been returning with misery so obvious that it pains me simply to look at her, let alone to try and ask her what's wrong. Her mental state just continued to degrade, and she wouldn't tell me a thing. Yesterday afternoon, Sarah practically broke down the moment I returned. She cried and cried, allowing herself no reprieve as she suddenly wept for a reason still unknown. I carefully looked over her, noting no physical injuries or any kind. Her clothes weren't torn, her hair was straight. Nothing was amiss. Most probably she's working for Marcus too, is it? All I could do was offer Sarah a shoulder to cry on as I attempted to console her, holding her tight until on the verge of tears myself. Shouldn't you at least ask her what was going on? Come on, you are a good brother, right? I don't know what's worse, seeing the only loved one I have left in such a state, or feeling powerless to do anything about it. This morning, the day after her most recent grandiose episode, Sarah's gradual return to the world of the living brought it with a fresh attitude and renewed spirit. She quickly wiped her eyes, nose, changed into her school uniform, and began making breakfast. Whatever happened yesterday, it was nothing a good night's rest couldn't help rectify. Maybe Soho, you should tail her to school or something like that. Proceeding with our usual morning routine, Sarah brushed off any and all questions I threw at her regarding last night's episode, determined to shut me out of whatever she's going through. But I won't let her. Exactly. You should really ask her what was going on. Took you a week to ask her? Following Sarah's unusual departure, I quickly changed into a hooded jacket that I purchased on the way home from work. Exactly what I was thinking. You should really follow your little sister. I stashed in my pocket the knife Marcus gave me and enough money to allow for any necessary expenditures, leaving a second later and taking off in Sarah's direction. Chasing after Sarah's shadow, I made it to the bus stop with seconds to spare, boarding a few passengers behind her, making sure to conceal my face. Sarah isn't expecting me to be here, so she obviously wouldn't seek me out, but all it takes is a single well-timed glance. I wonder what she'll say if she knew her brother was stalking her. I know this is a bit too much, but she isn't giving me any options here. Exactly. Slowly passing my sister, I took a seat towards the back of the bus, 2 seats behind Sarah. A little worried that so close might result in my identity being exposed. But the alternative of being too far away to do anything seems far more putting off. Oh my gosh, is she molested the bus or something like that? A few more passengers boarded the bus on the usual course. Sarah quietly sat by herself, staring out the window the entire trip, seemingly without a care in the world. She didn't say a word to other passengers or do anything to attract attention, and in return, she didn't meet with any conflict to speak of. After what felt like a few minutes, we reached our destination, ascending 2 flights of stairs as we made our way to from the bus to the city train station. I don't think those are stairs, right? Those look more like escalators to the left side here. Alright, escalators here. I continued to follow Sarah, but no matter how hard I looked, I couldn't find any reason for her recent depression. Could it be that she is being bullied at school after all? If that were the case, she would want to change school, not move house, but if it isn't the commute, then... Alright, finally. As if responding to my doubts, trouble finally emerged. Standing between Sarah and the ticket gates were 2 teenage boys, each of whom seemed to recognize Sarah the moment they laid eyes on her. Otherwise, Sarah's expression worsened as they approached her, quickly confirming my suspicion. Red hair youth, should be this guy here, and the blonde hair guy. Red hair youth, I was dotting everywhere. Although I was a little too far away to hear what the boys said to her, Sarah's expression and demure spoke volumes. The duo continued to cut off whenever she tried to walk away, often standing on either side to block her exits. They smirked to themselves wherever she lashed out, laughing while Sarah snorted in disgust. Without hearing a single word, I knew they were the ones I was after. Once our train arrived, the 2 boys followed Sarah into her chosen carriage. They allowed a few feet between themselves and Sarah at any point of time, following close behind as she tried to distance herself from them. Hey, slow down, what's the rush? Yeah, don't you want to save us? Huh, keep it down, you two. Seizing opportunity, the moment stuck, Sarah sat down next to the police, finally granting a moment's reprieve from her pursuers. Nicely done, sis. You're quite smart, sis. Although the trip proved rather peaceful, harassment resumed the moment Sarah reached her destination. It only took a few minutes to get from station to a school, but time isn't the only factor here. While the train station had security cameras and the train were lined up with cops and rail staff, the road to a school encompassed little more than side streets and vacant lots. Unlike at the station, the 2 teenagers kept their distance on the walk to school. They followed at least 10 meters behind Sarah at all times, allowing them to talk quietly between themselves without giving their target any indication as to what they were up to. With a safe distance between Sarah and the pursuers, I moved in closer and enabling myself to listen to the conversation the duo was having. "You're killing me, man. Why not today? There aren't any people around. Just be patient. Her time will come. We have to wait until she's alone, you know. You've been saying that for weeks. When is her time exactly?" "When God says so, my friend. Just stay calm. Getting desperate is the first step towards getting caught." "Well, I suppose, you know. But shouldn't an ex-con like you have a bigger sex drive?" "What? Oh my gosh, her sister is in danger. Why does it feel like I'm the only one into it today?" "You're just too focused on that silver girl. You need to diversify your plate. A couple of other girls first to reach your appetite, you know." "What?" Listening to what the two were discussing, I could feel a familiar surge from the bottom of my stomach. I clenched my fist so tight that I could feel my own pulse, utilizing every fiber of self-control and my discipline in order to keep my fists by my sides. I know they remain calm, but my blood is already boiling. The mere thought of what they are eluding is driving me absolutely livid. Sarah's been mere feet away from these two cretins for a week, being blown down mentally until the point of tears, and they are laughing and snickering about what they have planned for her. If I don't step in, if I didn't tell Sarah at all, I can only imagine how long it will take before it all happens. That's quite sad, right? No. Don't even think about that. What matters is that I'm here, and this will all end today, one way or another. As Sarah neared the end of her short walk, she practically sprinted through the school gates, enjoying the safety of her school provides. With other students mulling around the front gate and hundreds more within, she was soon among friends, safe from the clutches of her stalkers. Bye-bye! See you after school! These dirtbags, they really are laying it on the tick. Between the discretion they've shown thus far and the forced familiarity they exude, it's no wonder Sarah hasn't managed to shake them off. It's not a rare sight seeing teenagers hit on one another or breach the personal space of others, as long as they don't step in too far out of line. Random passers-by would think nothing of it. If their intention didn't make me want to throw up, I might praise how much thought they put into this. So, ready to intercept the next train? There are always fewer passengers on the late train, and the students are in too much of a hurry to notice shit. Sounds like a plan to me. No argument here. Heading back a slightly different route, I soon myself watching the duel from afar, giving myself enough cover to prevent the two from noticing my presence. I took time to make myself room between some bushes and the side of a nearby house, settling in for longer than I would have liked as I watched over my targets. Although watching and waiting isn't a skill of mine in which I have much faith, it does give me some time to cool off, offering much needed shade and breathing room. I should use this time to calm down, gather my thoughts, and think of how to kill them. The moment I tried to calm myself down, once again I felt the same sickening feeling in my chest. What on earth was I thinking? How could I possibly calm down knowing that what those two are doing? How can I sit and wait while these two go about their lives preparing to grab another victim? How can I let people like that roam the streets, preying on innocent young girls? Scums like that don't deserve to live, much less breathe the same air as my sister. How they could both die tomorrow and the world would be a better place. Or better yet, exactly, they could die today. Oh, no wonder he's a vigilante. Alright guys, seems like this is a nice place to stop episode or part 10 of Sickness. Alright, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you at part 11 of Sickness. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. Whoa. Did you get scared? Well, subscribe to my channel and I promise you'll never get scared again. Or watch more videos and you will be able to find your peace in life.